Dude, it's time to film cursed gun images. But where's Brandon? Hello? Anybody here? There's cars here. The shower running? Oh, the door's open.
Leave me alone.
Dude, are you okay?
I don't want to do it.
We need a video for Monday.
Not going.
Come on. You can bring the bottle with you.
Really?
My body is ready. What is up, you YouTube mother lovers? That's right, you don't get sexy today. You're not sexy today. Because you're making me do another cursed gun images. So if I have to do this, then you lose the sexy until next video. But yes, we are here for another installment of cursed gun images. Let's boogie. So these are going to be cursed gun images that we've either found somewhere on the internet or you guys have sent in through the Reddit or hashtag cursed gun images on Instagram. Without further ado, pitter patter, let's get at her. All right, so we're starting off strong. We've got our, it looks to be bolt action pipe pistol here with some sort of a really, that pistol grip is kind of backwards. Trying to go with like a Leia Luger style blaster, I think. Oh god, I just realized what this actually is. This makes this so much worse. I think they just taped like a 22 bolt action receiver, I guess a barreled action, to a Romanian dong. I legitimately think that's what they did. I think they hacked the fuck out of a Romanian dong, like the dong foregrip on an AK that I don't have back there anymore. If you're unfamiliar with the enigma that is the Romanian dong, here you go. It's the lower handguard on some of the Romanian guns that have this, well, it's a dong. Apparently I have an 80% pistol frame in my hand now. Who knew? Alright, time to make like my X's and swipe left. So, on first glance, I didn't actually see anything wrong with this until I looked a little bit closer. This hurts me particularly, as you could maybe tell. But it's really not the revolver itself that I have an issue with. It's the fact that they put a bunch of AK barrel components all over the front. Like there is a chopped AK front sight block at the end with a AK gas block and part of a gas tube leading all the way back to the frame. Leading me to ask, is this a gas-operated revolver? And if so, why? It's not. It's not. You'd be funneling gas directly into your cylinder, which this is not a good idea. Basically, instead of working the action, you'd be sending fire back where your bullets are, which I guess in a way makes this extraordinarily cursed. It's a revolver, except every time you fire, the opposite round down on the bottom also fires and just kind of gets fire shot at it until it blows up. Although I don't think that'll be a problem on this one because I'm pretty sure it's airsoft. Moving on. This one actually sent over to me by Chitin Defense, one of the guys that's working on, or the guy working on the reproduction PP19 Bison, however the hell you say that. The PP gun. It's something that was apparently sent to his inbox, I'm assuming. The Fleshlight Bison. The magazine is it is actually oddly fleshlight shaped. Although if you take that suppressor off and you flipped it upside down, it's pretty much just pointing the weapon right into your scrotum as you're using this device. I don't want to think too hard into the logistics of this. Moving on. Actually, no, I kind of do want to think about the logistics. Because if you kept the can on, and you still flipped it, but before you did that you fired like 10 rounds or something like that, it might actually just be the perfect warmth. To just be like a ball cupper, kinda. I'm sorry. Oh god, we're going to hell. Alright, moving on. Oh boy. So Kalashnikov. I think the worst part about this is that it actually looks entirely functional. Like, at first glance, I just thought it was another, like, kind of just weird mashup, but there's some effort into this, and it looks just the trigger linkage. I think it probably follows the other side, up the side of the receiver. I think this works. So if you're unfamiliar, the Bren is the British light machine gun that, you know, famously has the 303 big ass 20 round, I think, magazine that just sits on the top of the gun, and the iron sights are offset from the magazine. The AK, as you might have been able to see, has the magazine on the bottom where it belongs. This just looks like they were able to flip the AK upside down. I love how they kept the sights on the bottom. They kept the rear sight on the bottom and just added, they welded the top part of a rear sight next to the mag on top. It's fucking wonderful. And they also flipped around the front sight. So that's a pressed and pin barrel component. They just pressed it 180 degrees on the opposite side and just they just sent it. I'm impressed. I can't even hate on this one. That dust cover pistol grip, I'm sure, is stable as hell, and, you know, the stock being completely upside down on that angle, I'm sure that'll last a good while. I don't know, like, this is a full send. This was effort. This was effort put into this one. Dare I say, it's a blurst gun image. Actually, forgive me, Mikhail, for I have sinned. I kind of want one of these now. Tell you what, if this video hits 1 million views, I'm gonna do it. We'll do a whole video. I could see that title now, Kalash na Bren. I think we could make that work. I know you guys are thinking, last Cursed Gun Images video, you said that if it got X many views, I think it was 1 million views, then we would release the Tactical Bean Holder file.
The Tactical Bean Holder. It's a cup holder for beans.
I just want to let you know, I'm 100% still going to do that. I just lost the file. That is not something I ever expected to have to find again, so I will find it and I will release it. I don't know where you are, but I will find you. And I will release you. Speaking of releasing files, this is the 3D printed frame for the Walther PPK from the Det Disc guys. As you can see, it's a bit unconventional and just awful. It does work though. And I love that they thought to include the broom handle Mauser pistol grip for that. That's particularly why God doesn't talk to us anymore. I just love, for Christ's sake, that they used a PPK and left the Makarov out of this. Which, by the way, I am getting sent the new revised rails for the Plastikov V2, so that will be coming up soon. And I believe it's going to look a little bit better than this. Probably not by much, but a little bit. Speaking of leaving the Makarov out of this, what the fuck, Ivan? So I've been getting sent this for a few months now, and to be honest, I've looked at this probably 8 different times, 6 of which while inebriated, and I still can't figure it out. I believe the intention here was to turn a police pistol, the Makarov PM, that holds 8 rounds into an open bolt machine gun. Why?
'Cause fuck them, that's why.
Complete with the bent sheet metal upper and the bent sheet metal little foregrip up front, because that incredible 9x18 recoil that you're having for all of 8 rounds is just, you definitely need a foregrip on that sucker. It's just weird, man. It's very, very strange. Yeah, I'm moving on. I know it's the eyes causing this problem, but the liver's going to pay for it. Ah, yes, I've seen this one before as well. A lot of you guys have been sending this one to me, and you thought that this was going to affect me? This trash shovel AK abomination? You really think that this is going to be a problem for me?
You merely adapted to the Cursed Gun Image. I was born in it, molded by it. I did not see a normal rifle until I was a man.
Trash shovel AK. Shit. So while I was out of town for the JMax shoot, this is what the boys in the shop put together. Get out of my way. So her name is Olga, and basically the story on this broad is we have a bin at the shop we call the Fucky Wucky bin, or the Fucked Up Parts bin, where we just have parts that are fucked up for one reason or the other. They can't be put on a customer gun because there's something wrong with them. And this is what came out of that. So this is entirely built on parts that either needed significant work, looked awful, whatever, that couldn't be used on customer guns. The front sight gas block combo is a Tantal gas block with a half a chopped front sight block welded onto it. Barrel is basically just a barrel stub. This receiver is a receiver that's actually blown up on me before. The stock is, it's not a stock, it's a shovel. The selector was chopped, so they riveted and welded on a trigger guard selector stop onto the side, at the front of it. Everything is specifically made for this dumpster fire, and it's wonderful. Shovel stock is surprisingly comfy. Basically what I'm saying is, ow! Basically what I'm saying is you're gonna have to do better than that. Alright, we're getting there. This is, what would you call that? A flamboyant color scheme on some sort of Mac 10, Mac 11 here. But what really completes it is the SpongeBob SquarePants fidget spinner there in the rear. That's got to be wonderful. I wonder what that looks like during a mag dump. Although, where did the blue come from in SpongeBob? I guess the water? It looks like a Bob the Builder assault pistol. Yeah, man, back in my day, we just, like, were having competitions on who had the coolest theme lunchbox. Kids these days have fucking everything. And because it's basically legally required for a Cursed Gun Images video, we've got to queue up Thomas the Dank Engine.
I got 7 Mac 11s, about 8, 38s, 9, 9, 10 Mac 10s, the shits never end.
And this is one that we had saved for Cursed Gun Images, but I'm glad it was included because I get sent these a lot. So albeit, this looks pretty steampunk cursed, right? Kind of terrible. It looks, this is bad. However, I'm not going to call it a Cursed Gun Image, and there's actually a reason behind that. There's an entire series of guns like this that were prototype guns from a Russian gun designer. I was going to say a Russian gun designer in Russia. A Russian gun designer by the name of Erman Korobov, or German Korobov, Erman Korobov, I don't know. Everybody gets really pissed off at my inability to pronunciate things the correct Russian way, and I don't know if you guys know this or not.
I don't know if you know this, but I don't speak Russian!
Anyway, homeboy was a weapon developer over at the Tula Arms plant, and he came out with some crazy prototypes. You can actually find, I think most of them are still available to see at the Tula Arms Museum if you happen to live in Russia. But they're whack. They're really whack. He really liked Bakelite for some reason, which, I mean, who amongst us doesn't? One of them included a triple barrel bullpup, which I don't even know how the hell it worked, to be honest. But it's fucking whack looking. It's kind of rad, I'm not gonna lie. Just like a dummy thick AK mag. The entire handguard up front is just ribbed for your pleasure. Kind of foamed it in on the rear, but that's okay. I love it. It looks like the iron sights are part of the stamping. Just, oh, this is so whack. I keep coming back to that, it's just whack. Anyway, you can Google that on your own time. Let's proceed. See, we're learning together. Well, I mean, I knew that, but consider this just bonus education from another online lecture from a really cool teacher. Some of you are watching this video while you're already skipping online school. For that, we salute you. This is actually kind of dope. Does this work? I know it's all like 4 pixels of this image, but shit. It's got the little ruler next to it, next to the ammo that looks... I think this was confiscated, so I think this might actually function. I guess captured from a jail or some shit like that. The cursed staple gun. You're trying to staple up new targets at the range and you keep punching holes in the target holder. Not gonna lie, I didn't think anything was wrong with this one until I scrolled. So, according to my comment section, I believe it's pronounced Shoshaw. See, you are teaching me stuff. Shoshaw, Shoshaw. In my opinion, these guns kind of always look like shit, so I didn't really see anything wrong with it. If you're offended by that, it means you've never seen one in person. Yeah, unless you're French, in which case, I don't speak. Oh. Anyhow, upon further inspection, I realized something was amiss. Mostly the fact that there was no Shoshaw here after all. That's such a funny word. It was indeed a Narinko SKS that merely self-identified as a Shoshaw. and has undergone many botched surgeries to arrive there. I found this other photo too. Apparently this is just kind of a thing that people do. I guess if you're LARPing as a World War I Frenchman on a budget. Here's a tongue twister for you. A faux frog with a shitty shoshaw. Ivan, when I sent you to the Walmart to get Bushnell scope, this is not what I had in mind. It's actually a secret Russian weapon developed in the 1960s, just in case those cosmonauts were up to some shady shit, getting a mind of their own, they could take them out with a Mosin from Earth. Just kind of funny. I don't know, not really cursed, just, I guess, kind of funny. You guys are gonna have to do better with the cursed gun images. I've seen a lot of the same ones, seen a lot of the crappy photoshops. I need the most cursed stuff out there. Up your game. Wow. From the demented mind of Tim Burton. People say AK guys are weird. Man, this is the sort of shit that can only come from an AR guy. The MAG stands for magazine, not maggot. I didn't think I'd have to specify that, but apparently I do. I don't know what it is, man. The maggot thing just makes me completely just sick. I don't even like to look at that. I'm sorry that you have to edit that. Why do we always end on the gross out ones? Oh yeah, I remember, because I don't want to fucking do anymore after that. Well, before I inevitably pass out, if you guys enjoyed the content, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. It does help us out a lot. If you want to get some merch, why wouldn't you? Go ahead and get that down in the description in the pinned comment. And I will see you, YouTube mother lovers, in the next video. Fuck off.
Fuel is my obsession to make the perfect weapon. Like Rasputin's rise to the top.
Time to erase those pesky memories.